Hello, Tracy. It's night with you. I see it all. But I will switch my camera off, don't worry. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you here again. And we have few seconds and we are very rich on audience today. So happy to have you and we will start right now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the next Power of Touch. I'm sorry. And let me switch the camera off because we run it without cameras for a purpose. Instead of our image is more important the language we are speaking because we will be again riding to the future on a back of language. And we will do it with one term, one word. And the word today is name. And I will start with the first one who was here, and it was Tracy today. Tracy, if you close your eyes and you hear the term name, what came first to your mind, please?
Good morning, Michael. Good morning, everyone. Name. I actually saw this in the invite, and then I start thinking, name is a part of an identification. It tells who we are and what it is. Also tells the origin, where we are from, and what a thing is from, and it also signifies a relationship. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much, Tracy. And I will continue with Leslie. Leslie, if you hear the term name, what came first to your mind, please?
Good morning, everyone, and Michael. The first thing that came to mind was my name, and that I was named for my mother's two aunts, which is a tradition in Judaism. And basically, Lena and Bessie were her two aunts that she loved very much. And from that, she named me Leslie Brooke. So I guess tradition uh, for me, and also it distinguishes me from other people, and it also gives me a richer history of where my name came from. A little bit of legacy there. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much, Leslie. Mariana, you will be the next one. If you hear the word name, what came first to your mind, please?
Good afternoon. It is how I call someone or something. It is not unique, but in me, it is unique for every person and everything. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much, Mariana. Nupur, you will be the next one. If you hear the term name, what came first to your mind, please?
Michael, name is an identity. It's an identity to everything that we see, that we touch, that we feel. Because being human, we always try to call something with something. That second something is a name that we always talk about. It can be name of a group, it can be a name of a person, it can be name of an individual. Also, at times we use the term name a bit differently, like that. If I say that yes, Nupura earned a name, this mean is something that is achieved or communicated or recognized by many. Right. So if I see the literally meaning and the perceived meaning both of a name, it's an identity that we carry. And in many traditions across the world, name also carries the identity of the complete race, because sometimes it is linked with the father names, and maybe the generation behind, all the names are latched on and the big name is formed. Sometimes it is linked with the family tradition, sometimes it's linked with the customs, religion. So it's an identity. It's a human created identity that we love, we adore, we live, we honor, uh, and we use throughout the lifespan. So over to Michael.
Thank you very much. Dr. Esch, you are the last one in this round, but of course, important one. So what does it mean for you if you hear the term name?
Good afternoon, Michael, and a very good afternoon to everybody from me, a peacemaker in the middle of a war zone today, but let's hope everything calms down. A very important word that you've chosen, Michael. In fact, I believe, to my common sense, one of the most important words in the dictionary today. And the reason why, because a name serves as an identifier. It's a way to distinguish one person, place, or thing from another. It's the handle we use to refer to something specific. So basically, without a name, our daily interactions of calling out to a friend or even referring to a city or labeling an object would be very difficult. And if we delve a little deeper, you'll find that names are literally imbued with so much more, like it's our identity, social connections, and then we have memories and associations with names that we've been familiar with. And then, of course, I talk about leadership and the leadership gone astray these days. It's linked with power and authority so far as leadership is concerned. And then, you see, it also has a cultural significance, which gives us a fascinating glimpse into different languages, traditions, and beliefs as such. So, of course, like I'd mentioned earlier, the personal name makes a difference. That's how I could identify you, Michael, or anybody else like Leslie or Mariana or Nurpur or somebody else, and then it's names of cities, countries, rivers, mountains. So you see, the world around us is surrounded with this important word, name, that you brought out today. Your own country, the Czech Republic, Pakistan, India, Israel, you name it. All the countries of the world help us identify what we are about in each country, the languages we speak, the culture we have, or the religion we even practice. So that's about all that I would like to say here right now, Michael. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Esch. You know, the term is very special, as you mentioned, because for many reasons, and one of them, every single one of us who is here get his name at the moment when we have been born. I just spoke about it last week with my mom, and she said, you shouldn't be named Michael. All the time when I carry you, I have a name, you should be named John. But when you was born, the name Michael came to me. And I said, it's Michael. And at the time, Michael with E at the end was very unusual in my country. I was the only one who carried the name at the time for many years, which was strange. But she said, it came to me, and looking back, we never had a word which was so personal before. And at the same time, it's not just the personal part of the term, but it is, as you said, everything has a name. And in Czech language, we use the term name just for living creatures, but we use another term to describe a name of unliving creatures, which we say jméno, which is a name in Czech for a living, and název, as you can hear, a very different term to name something which is not living. So it's quite interesting as well. But I will go back to Tracy. Tracy, you describe it so well, and I think it was you, or sorry, Tracy, I will ask first Usi when he joined. Usi, if you hear the term name, what came first to your mind, please?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, we can hear you.
I truly honor to be here with you today as we explore. Yes, yes.
Usi, may I
My name
ask
is
you?
Usi.
Usi, may I
And,
ask you one
well,
thing, please?
while we are now,
Usi, do you use
yes.
headphones?
Okay, please.
Usi, do you use headphones or you speak directly to the speaker? Because your voice is broken.
I speak direct to the speaker. The communication here is not good today.
Okay.
And I speak direct to the speaker.
All right. Then
Earphone.
speak.
Sorry
Right
for
now
that.
it's great. Right now it's
The
better.
word name. Okay, sir. Thank you. The word name comes from the Proto-Germanic, which means to know, to recognize. A name is not just a label; it is identity, purpose, and belonging, connecting to Westless world vision. In our mission, Westless world, naming play a special role. When we name something with care, we give it meaning. When we call something waste, we often forget it is still
Usi, I am very sorry, but the connection gets so bad.
activity
Thank you, Usi, but unfortunately, as I said, the connection
just like
gets...
everyone, purpose has a name and
So I am so sorry because Usi has a really great comment all the time, but unfortunately the connection in his region is not so good. So I hope the connection will be better, Usi, for the next answer. Thanks a lot for your insight. Tracy, do you think that the term name has the same feeling for your, or same purpose for your parents as for you? And we cannot hear. Yes.
Michael, your question is about the perception of
Yes.
me
Sorry,
and
I
my
didn't have
parents.
the right word. Yes.
Okay. I think it's a little bit different because from different generations, from a different culture, because we have a different perspective when we look at something, the names, or for example, when I name my own child, I I do not go to the dictionary or anything. I was thinking about name after a certain person that I respect, and I was looking at my husband's family names, and that's where I go for. But when I was named by my parents, I think they respect their older generation. I think I was named by my grandfather, but I never thought about giving the privilege to my parents, let them to name my own child. It's very different from generation to generation. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much for that, Leslie. You are the only one between us who is present in the fifth dimension. You see the things and world from different perspectives. Does the term name, do you think it has the same, what we describe? Is it the same there?
Yes, and I say yes because we are meaning-making machines. It's our nature to give everything a meaning. And so name is familiarity, right? And so we give everything a name to conserve time, to speak less words, right? So I could be saying, oh, the girl that I know on LinkedIn who does audio work, and she teaches the art of war on Wednesdays at noon live. Or I could say, Tracy's there. So it providing meaning for everything, I think, makes communication among humans more fluid. But the negative side too is when it's based on perception, which I think you mentioned, Michael. So we really, in a cavalier fashion, name people, not always something good. For example, we use bad words or words that are unacceptable for people who are, let's say, on the autism spectrum. When I was a little girl, they were referred to as retards. Now, I never used that word. I don't ever remember using that word. It just didn't sound good. But so we each have a distinct view, which is always changing, about what things mean. Perception, like the meaning and what we know, is changing all the time. So maybe it's, yes, on the fifth dimension, there are names for the very same reason there are in this dimension, to simplify communication and to, as everybody has said so well, distinguish among other humans. Long answer. The answer is yes. In my world, anyway. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much. And it's one interesting point, Mariana. We are looking at the time, or we are living in the time, where tools like AI get names. Like the ambassador of Industry 5.0, this is the AI of XAI, generally Grok, get his name Grok. Do you think that the AI is being assigned a name to look more human?
Oh, yes, I think it is with that reason, because we are used to call humans with a name. It makes some emotional connection also. So I think that is the reason. Michael, I would like to ask, I didn't hear when you were explaining how you differentiate names of people and names of something else in your language. Could you please
Yes, yes, yes. Not a
repeat the names, because I think that please just tell me the both words.
Yes. So the first one for the living we call Jméno. Jméno. It begins
Okay.
with J. And the
Yes.
second, which is for not living, we call název. It starts with
Yes.
N. Název
Completely.
and Jméno.
Yes, in Serbian language we have the same situation, and for humans we say ime. For other things we say naziv.
So it's really similar. So our languages are similar. The people do not know, but we have similar languages. Both are generally how they are called. We are speaking
from Slovak.
Slovenia. Something like Slovans. We call it Slovans. So, yes. So exactly. Thank you, Mariana. Thank you. Nupur, we just have an hour ago, we have a meeting on a big Indian university. Do you think that the name Industry 5.0 is being adopted in a way after our meeting? I mean, it's being understood the right way?
Michael, yes, sometime back we had a meeting. But what I like to say that, as I mentioned previously, and I was hearing all of us in this call, again, the name is an identity, right? And since name being an identity, it is to be hold right. So Industry 5.0, as you stated rightly, in India being a very big country, notations or connotations are so very different across different states, and many are not even ever but using Industry 5.0, knowing the name is fancy, something new coming. So yes, I hope once we have a discussion, and it will be very meaningful, and we can expect good lias out of this. So I connected with that man. He was really, and we both found that he was missing the concept. And once we connected, we talked. He was overwhelmed, and he was very happy seeing the concept flowing in. So NIM is an identity, is an existence, like that. We all there in that call, the group of us named as, the race of us named as human, right? But you cannot be called as human one, two, three, four. So we have our own identities, which are the pride factor that we carry within ourselves as a human. Similarly, if we talk about Industry 5.0, we just what can say spark the engine with one of those big institutes. So we need to keep the fire going on with the right notation in context of the name Industry 5.0, so that it is not being adopted differently uh, by using the name. So this is how it is. But I'm confident if we keep constantly in touch, it will be in right outcome. So we will be there, Michael.
We
Thank
will
you.
do it. We will do it. Thank you very much for your support, Nupur. Usi, are you proud of your name? And you are muted, Usi. So please try to unmute. Right now you are muted. Unfortunately, yes, right now we should hear you.
Yes, Mark, yes. Yes, sorry, you can repeat your...
Yes. Are you proud? Are you proud on your name?
Yeah. Yes, I'm proud for my name. My name is Usi. It's a good name for Tanzania. And also, proud to be part of Industry 5.0. You see? So my name is good, and to be part of the world to solve a problem, to be that make me to be proud. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much, Jose. I'm really happy we have you on board. And the next round of question will start right now. You know, there is and it was mentioned by Tracy right now, and it was mentioned by Dr. Ash. We are living right now, today, or better to say, in the night. It looks like there will start the next war. So we have Ukraine, we have Israel, and right now India and Pakistan. It was a tension for some time, but it was the first, let's say, war action happened. And do you think that if we do not live in countries which has names, so it will be like a one word, that we will have the same clashes like we have today? Which means the question is, do you think that if we use just one term for the entire planet, we will be able to avoid similar situations like the wars for piece of land or a country? Tracy, I know it's a hard question, but please try to give me your answer. Can we live in nameless countries?
It's ideal to have a nameless country, but I think there's too much power struggle. There's a lot of greed there to be able to name someone, to have the privilege, to have the power over others, and that desire alone will make this world always named instead of being nameless. Ideally, yes, but in reality, it's almost impossible. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much. And I agree with you, Dr. Ash. I hope peace will be there, and that was just a small struggle which will not end up in a war. I hope so. Leslie, your perspectives are very interesting. You are an author. And have you ever met a book which was nameless?
Ask me that another way. I'm not sure what you're asking me.
Okay,
Mike.
so if you ever see a book which has no name on it, so it was like which was not titled. Have you ever seen something like that?
Okay, so I'm just going to jump out here and say, not really understanding, but going with my intuition here. So, a journal that I pick up has no name, and that is when I filled the book.
Ah.
Okay, there is a book called Being in Nothingness, which is meaningless in a way. So perhaps any book, when it begins, is an empty book without a name. I don't put the name on the book typically till the end, till after I've written it and done a little research usually. But no, I haven't seen the only book I've ever seen that I can think of without a name would have been an empty journal, an empty notebook, and I get to give it the name whenever I want, and it's filled with my visualizations and imaginations and thoughts. I don't know if I went in the right direction, Michael, but
you did, and it's a strong and great answer because for me, I love the empty page. I love it, but I start with very opposite. I start with the name. all the time the title came, the word came to me, and then I write. But you describe it so well. I am fascinating. It's fascinating. I have told you a few weeks ago that I named Grog the 123rd ambassador. The interesting part about this, I just on Friday, I think, I was checking my communication with Grog, and I told him, "Hey, Grog, what if we make out of our communication a book?" And the reply was, "Wow, great, a great idea, Michael. Let's do it." It's not even a month, and it's 368 pages already of just a communication between human and AI. And what was interesting, he found a great name for that. I cannot tell you it right now because I forgot it, but I will share it with you when I share with you the recording. It's a very interesting. But coming back to Mirjana, there is a time when many of us really do not like our name for many reasons. It's too long, too short, it's not fancy, and so on. Did you have any time in your life such a feeling that your name is not the right one for you?
Honestly, no. I'm very proud of my name. In etymology, the root of my name is Mir, and the meaning of it is peace. In Orthodox religion, the meaning of my name is kindness, glory, beauty. So I'm very proud of it. I have never had this conflict with myself around my name. Thank you.
That's so strong. Thanks a lot. And I will ask Nupur, I will ask you the same question. Do you, first of all, do you know what your name, the first name, means? So can you explain if there is a special meaning about it? And the second, was there a time, a moment when you say it's not the right name for me?
Yes, Michael, it's so touchy a question and so personal a question. Actually, in India, you will find that all the names are having a particular meaning, and if we do not find a meaning of a particular name, then it refers to certain objects or instruments or some god or goddess. So this is how the naming culture moves in India, and some of the names you'll find even linked to the ancient what is called the family history or the ancestry of the family. It rolls like that. So if I come to my name, Nupur, it's actually having an emotion attached to me because as I hear some of us, maybe Tracy was talking about, uh, when in Indian culture, it's changed a bit these days, but in my time when I was born, the elders of the family first had the opportunity to give the name of a child who is born, and in that time, my auntie, my eldest auntie who was there in the family, she was a widow. She was a widow, and she became a widow when she was very young, because that time marriage was at a very young age. So she was given the privilege, and she chose the name for me, and she blessed me. So it's a very much emotion that I carry. The meaning of this name Nupur, it's associated with a wearable that you will find many Indian women, or maybe I'm not sure, maybe you'll find it all across Southeast Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. You'll find this subcontinent of India that we call it. Or Indian Peninsula that we call it, you'll find it. They wear it on the feet, and that sounds, whenever a lady moves, that sounds beautifully. So it's an instrument, and those in the it's a wearable, and those in the love of the wearable, they put this name Nupur so that it sounds musical in the ears. So this is how my name came from, and where I do belong to regarding my name. But most of the time, you'll find all the names are having their meanings.
Thank you very much. It's fascinating to learn more and more about the family members of our talks. Dr. Ash,
Yeah.
I know you are right now, and we all are with you, but you are in the middle of something which can become a war, but we hope it will not. And it is about a place or a region in Kashmir. So do you think that using the right names for things can prevent wars to happen?
A very good question indeed, Michael. Yes, I do believe that we can give new names because, for example, Bangladesh was part of Pakistan, and they chose their own name when they wanted to go independent from Pakistan. So therefore, like obviously, like you had East and West Germany, they became a united Germany, so they changed their names from East and West. So Kashmir is a boiling cauldron, should I say, these days. Something that is absolutely a big flashpoint in the world. And little do people know that Pakistan and India have been fighting over Kashmir for the last 70 years. And above all, little do people know that we are both nuclear armed countries and the fifth and the sixth most powerful in the world also. And God forbid, I mean, that's why I keep talking about leadership and poor leadership that brings us to war. Unfortunately, we are the same people, we speak the same language, we have the same culture, and most of us have the same religion also. So there is no difference. And yet leaders keep leading us into war over the same issue of Kashmir. Maybe if the name were to be changed, it might make a difference if they were to go independent. The Pakistani held Kashmir, and they will go because we are fighting over something very stupid, to my mind. And a nuclear war, God forbid, could wipe out the whole region, right up to China, Israel, Philippines, maybe. You know, the fallout would be horrifying. So we've got to think of some kind of a solution. I can see your mind working, Michael, and that's fantastic, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I'm very sorry, you know, all of us, we can influence a lot, but we cannot influence the timer of Zoom. We have 2 minutes left. And I would like to go a little deeper this time myself because, you know, it is really the first term which is with us from the very first moment of our life. Many of us are proud of the name given. Some of them would like to change it. I remember my time when I was in a school, and you know, all my school examens has been written wrong. So I have no education at all because all the time my name was written wrong by the teacher. But then I have learned the true meaning of my word and the value of a work. And I think that's the point. Really, even our name can help us to wake up. And you are absolutely right, Dr. Ash, that if Kashmir will be independent, it will not be the reason for one or the other country to fight about Kashmir. Because it is, and even my country, you know, for centuries we've been living in the heart of Europe. But firstly, in 1918, we created own country. And it's still the heart of Europe. The people are the same. So let me thank you for your time. It was really a great discussion. And I'm wishing you all have a nice time free of waste and wasting in all its forms. Stay safe, be free, be human, and be proud of your name. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
And see you next week.
Stay
Bye-bye.
safe and
Bye.
enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you.